Hi, this is Bishop Craig in Lansing, and this is take one for the week of December 15. Peace be with you. So I am on vacation. One of the lasting lessons I learned from my sabbatical a year ago is that God is right. We need to remember the Sabbath day and keep it holy. And, I have said that I don't get a Sabbath. I don't take a Sabbath every week, but it works better for me to take a block of time. And so I will be on vacation, on leave. I'll be away from now through the 2nd of January, and it will be a real leave, and not I'm on vacation unless the phone rings. So Pastor Chrissy can always get a hold of me if there is a dire emergency. My hope is that you will be occupied with getting ready for Christmas, and then yourselves relaxing in the aftermath of Christmas, and that the business of the synod will slow. So that is my hope and prayer. So I will be on vacation, and I'm excited. Looking to the fourth Sunday in Advent, the theme or the good news that I am finding this time is that God works through the lowly. God works through the lowly. And that sounds so biblical and right, but I think we need to really breathe it in and sit with it, because we really want to be mighty, don't we? Yeah, we want bigger, more. And God works through the lowly. And so we have a reading from Micah, in which the prophet says, "You, Bethlehem, the littlest of the clans, through you Jesus will come." Doesn't say through Jesus, but in this fourth Sunday in Advent, that's how we hear it. Through Bethlehem, Jesus will come, the littlest of the clans. In Hebrews, we have Jesus kind of coming to earth and having a conversation with God, saying, you haven't prepared for me a burnt offering or a sacrifice or a sin offering. You take no pleasure in those. You prepared for me a body, a human body, and I will do your will. And one way we could think about that is God is not impressed with our accomplishments or with our attempts to make things right. God is looking for us to live as human beings, lowly, not grand, not great. And then the gospel reading is Mary going to Elizabeth in the hill country of Judea. They've gotten her out of Nazareth, out of town, so that nobody sees the pregnancy. But she is welcomed by Elizabeth as Gabriel predicted and promised. And we get the Magnificat, we get Mary's song. My soul magnifies the Lord, my spirit rejoices in God my Savior, for you have looked with favor on the lowliness of your servant, right? So this is all about God working through the lowly. And that gives me pause to think, what does it mean for me as someone who is a leader? What does it mean for our hopes and desires for our congregations and for the church? And is it possible that lowliness is a key to faithfulness? And so Mary becomes even more of a model for us. Bethlehem becomes a model for us. And Jesus becomes more than a model. Jesus becomes the greatest gift of God, our salvation, God among us. And how do we celebrate Jesus in the next 2 weeks? We celebrate Jesus wrapped in swaddling clothes and lying in a manger, the lowliest of all, an infant baby boy. So the good news is that God works through the lowly, and the response for me and maybe for the church and maybe for you is, what does it mean to be lowly so that God can work through us? And what does it mean to look to the lowly to experience God at work? I'm Bishop Craig from vacation, hoping that your Advent journey continues to be rich and meaningful, that you are experiencing joy, and that the peace of Christ is with you always. Take care.